what's happening, B? This week we beasting through the darkness with A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. This night dark and stormy as fuck, and Lil Meg Murray can't get no sleep. Girl got all kind of mess running through her dome. A lot of bullshit going down with haters at school, but most of all, her daddy been missing for over a year and ain't nobody know where he at. So she head downstairs where her little bro Charles Wallace be chilling hard. Brother like, I was expecting you, girl, and got some milk heating up with your name on it. What? It's like this cat can read minds or something. Mama come rolling in when all of a sudden, their pup start mad dogging someone at the door. Who is it? Oh, damn. It's some rank hood rat looking lady named Miss What's-it, who tight with Charles Wallace. When she tell Meg's mama that the Tesseract is real, mama just about shit her pants. Later, Meg and Charles Wallace crew up with the campus big dog Calvin O'Keefe on their way to hit up Mrs. What's-it's busted ass crib. Apparently, Calvin itching to hit up the spot even though he don't know why. So the three of them drop by, knock knock, the door open up all creepy like, and they peep some little hag getting her sew on. Man, who the hell is this? Turns out it's some other raggedy ass biddy named Mrs. Who. This Beezy say them kids best rest up and get some munchies cause they about to go on an adventure to help Meg's daddy. That night, Calvin get his grub on at the Murray digs and Meg tell him that her dad used to be a government physicist working on top secret missions. Calvin started to get a little sweet on Meg, and just when shit about to get hot, Charles, Mrs. What's-it, Mrs. Who, and the voice of their homegirl, Mrs. Witch, bust in and say, pack your shit, we gonna go save Pops. And zoop, they wrinkle through space and land their asses on the planet Uriel, where they be a bunch of crazy half-horse, half-man aliens. And what do you know? All three of them janky biddies are secretly one of them. So they hop up on Miss What's-it and take a little tour of the planet. As they cruising, the kids peep game at a big evil cloud of darkness that's been tripping up the universe since back when. Then zow, the children warp to another planet in Orion's belt and visit the happy medium, a girl rocking a fly-ass robe and a crystal ball. She show them a vision of the Earth getting wrecked by the darkness. Word is a bunch of artists, scientists, and holy rollers like Jesus been trying to buck the darkness for a long-ass time. The only way to kill the darkness is for a star to lay a whoop on it. Apparently, Miss What's-it used to be a star back in the day, but she done blown herself up trying to fight the darkness, and that's why she rolling in tramp form these days. Just before they peace out, the three dubs give the kids some gifts since they ain't gonna be able to join them at the next stop. Zaboing! On to Planet Camelzots, where everybody look and act the exact same, cause of some shit called It. They all skipping, clapping, and bouncing balls in rhythm with each other. Creepy. So they roll up to the Central Intelligence Building and check some dude with red eyes who be hypnotizing these suckers' minds. Dude say he know where Meg's daddy at. So Charles Wallace sack up and strikes a deal with this fool. He'll give in to the dude's spell and get his ass hypnotized if he show Meg and Cal where Papa Murray be. So Charles get all zombified and lead him to Daddy, who being held in a slammer cause he was too trill to get brainwashed like everybody else. Using the fly-ass shades Mrs. Who gave her, Meg busts her daddy out. Then they all swing over to the spot where It, the big brain that controlling everybody's mind be. The closer they get, the more control It got over their minds. So Papa Murray snatch up them kids and wrinkle out of that trap. But Charles Wallace get left behind. Damn. Zambow! They land on the planet Isha. Except Meg feeling straight fucked because her dad couldn't protect her as they were wrinkling through the dark thing. Lucky for them though, the nasty looking homies on this planet are friendly as hell. One of them creatures cures Meg and she start calling her Aunt Beast. Then them three half-horse hotties drop in and Meg like, can y'all hook me up and get Charles Wallace? Thanks. And they're like, psh, the hell you think this is, girl? Meg recognized that it gotta be her that saved Charlie W. After Mrs. What's-it give Meg the gift of love, she get off her lazy ass and wrinkle over to where Charles at. She drop in at It's crib and recognize that the one thing she got that It don't is love. So she focus all her love on CW and free him from that hive mind hater. Then they warp back to Earth and reunite with the whole fam up in their garden, where the three dubs chunk up the deuce and disappear into the wind. One of the things this book preaching that your boy Sparky know plenty about is that you can't judge a book by its cover. Know what I mean? All throughout this text, things seem one way, but they actually the opposite. For one, them kids dogging on Mrs. Watson, saying she looked like some nappy street trick at the beginning. But later, they figure out she really a horse honey that's one of the most beautiful things they done peeped. And suddenly, before the children was a creature more beautiful than any Meg had ever imagined. And the beauty lay in far more than the outward description. Outwardly, Mrs. Watson was surely no longer a Mrs. Watson. She was a marble white body with the perfection of dignity and virtue and exaltation of joy. It don't stop there, cuz that boy Charlie Dove got all these haters saying he's stupid cuz he don't talk much. But on the real, that dude got mad brains. At first, Camazotz seemed like a pretty chill spot, but when you look closer, there be some crazy brainwashing shit going down. Even though that red-eyed scrub sound all nice and gentle, he ain't got them red eyes cuz he blazing. He crooked as they come. And when they hit the scene at Ishel, them beasties look so whack it's like they about to boot up and shank a brother. But it ain't like that, yo. They heal up Meg like some of the realest hoods you've ever seen. Keeping it real ain't always easy when you stick out from the crowd, though. Sometimes it feel better to just blend in with all the bullshit like Calvin do. He only able to roll with the top dogs at school cause he hide his real self. But like you say, that ain't really him. You're good in school. Everybody likes you. For all the most unimportant reasons, Calvin said. There hasn't been anybody in the world I can talk to. Sure, I can function on the same level as everybody else. I can hold myself down, but it isn't me. Likewise, Meg always tripping cause she ain't fit in with all the other kids in school. Like she say on page 17, she hates being an oddball. But when she get a load of all them identical drones up in Camazotz, she recognized that if everyone was the same, life would suck a fat one. You gotta embrace what makes you different from anybody else. You heard? On Camazotz, we're all happy because we're all alike. Differences create problems. You know that, don't you, dear sister? No, Meg said. Oh, yes, you do. You've seen at home how true it is. You know that's the reason you're not happy at school, because you're different. I'm different and I'm happy, Calvin said. But you pretend that you aren't different. I'm different and I like being different. Yeah, all these kids got their problems, but instead of fixing themselves like some hoods and other books be doing, they realize that as long as your homies got you and you show each other love, you ain't gotta change nothing about yourself. And it's cause of this that they able to come together and beast through the darkness. They ain't only got each other, they also got a bigger power at their back. Whenever shit get too real, the thing that allowed them to keep on the hustle is some legit Bible talk. Not only was Jesus one of the OGs bucking the dark thing, but characters always slanging Bible verses at each other. Calvin reads Genesis to Charles Wallace, Mrs. Watson lays down a passage from Corinthians as a gift to Meg. They even say them three horse biddies are like guardian angels. Look, you ain't gotta be the hardest hood on the block to put evil in its place. All you need is your homies by your side, the Lord in your heart, and love for yourself. If you got that, not even the most twisted evil can touch you. Yo, thanks for keeping it 100 with me today. Peace. Thanks for watching, y'all. You know what's important, players? Showing off your skills. And there's no better way to do it than with a fly website made with my boys at Squarespace. Squarespace has made it easy for anyone to create a smoking website, and they're giving all you well-read ballers 10% off your first order when you use the offer code THUGNOTES. They have all the tools for you to show off just how OG you are. And Squarespace is hooking y'all up. Go to squarespace.com/thugnotes or use the link in the description below to sign up today, and you'll get a free 14-day trial to test it out. Be sure to use the offer code THUGNOTES and you'll get 10% off your order. Catch you next time. Peace.